Hey guys, I just wondered about, like, for example, when you have a conversation with someone, and when you're having a conversation with someone, it's like you want to make videos, for example, that you just want to blur out whatever it is. You want to blur out your life, your finances, your personal life, whatever it is, you just want to speak it out and you want to talk to whatever it is that you want to talk to in terms of whoever you want to talk to, I mean. And you're speaking, and it's like you want to talk to someone, okay? You want to talk to someone and you want to get to the point in your life where you're talking your words, you're talking your life, you're speaking and you're manifesting your life. You're manifesting your life, you're looking for ways of thinking, you're looking to do something new, you're looking to just grow yourself as a person, and you're looking to connect with other people. You're looking to connect with other people and make it very normalized, to talk to another person. You know, you see a person at a cafe, you just say something to them, but you're opening up to them, and suddenly you met someone, and it's like, where do you go from here? How do you maneuver around life? How do you get to a better stage in your life? What do you do with this kind of scenario? What do you do with life? How do you spend your time? What do you do with your life, you know? So you have to get to the point in your life where you're looking to just talk words. Talk words to everybody. You know, talk words to people. And the thing is that you don't have to be famous. You don't have to be famous to finally talk to people. You know, you don't have to be this god of life or whatever so that you can open up to someone. You know, just open up to people. You're not famous. They're not famous either. You know, and live with the fact that you're not famous. You know, live with it. Live with the fact that you might never be famous. And why would you want to be famous? Why would you want to be famous? Yeah? Like, answer that question for yourself. Why do you want to be famous? Why do I want to be famous? Because you think somehow that popularity is going to bring the money to you or something. That somehow when you have popularity, you have a lot of money. And when you have a lot of money, then now you can go have sex with women, or you can have sex with men. And suddenly you can have kids, you can have a house, you can have all the travel in the world just because you're popular and famous. But that's not the case. You know, that's not the case. When you get more social status, when you feel the need to talk to someone, you talk to them. But if you don't feel like talking to them, don't talk to them. It's just that simple. So you have to talk in a way on your phone, get your programs out, start making content, make your dreams come true. Plan on camera, plan on video, plan in audio, and start manifesting your life. Start really speaking into the world. You know, because you have to embark on a journey. You have to embark on a journey where you feel that this is you. And not others' perception of you, but yourself and who you are right now. You have to bring that person to the table. You have to bring yourself to the table, and you have to position yourself as someone who is credible, someone who is doing something for the world around them, and someone who's minding their own business. You know, because when you mind your own business, when you mind your life, and when you keep practicing on your phone every single day, practicing speaking your mind a lot of the time, speaking to the world around you, sending messages, talking to people around you, you know. The more you talk to people around you, the more social you're going to be. And it's a good thing to be social, even if you're not famous. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be famous to be social. You know what I'm saying? And also, even famous people are social with people around them. You know what I'm saying? Even famous people are social with people like their family. You know what I'm saying? And with their family, it's like with your family. You know, your parents don't find you famous. You know what I'm saying? Your parents find you as their little kid. They find you as their little kid who grew up with them, for example. And it doesn't mean that you're famous, but you are popular in their eyes, even though the situation is not how other people perceive you other than your parents. And now, of course, you can be a parent if you want to be, but it's good to compare to yourself and not to other people. You know what I'm saying? So every single day you're looking to just grow, you're looking to talk, you're looking to talk to the people around you. Yeah, because that's what I have to do more of in my life. I have to be more social with the people around me. You know what I'm saying? And now the situation here is like, you have to look to be social. You have to look to be social. You know what I'm saying? And when you're social with people around you and all you focus about in your life is just being social with people, then you'll have friends. Then you'll have people in your life that you can rely upon, or people in your life that you can talk to, that you can call, that you can talk to people and be social with people. You know what I'm saying? And that's where you have to open up in your life. You have to open up that person that you are, the social person, the social kid that you've always dreamt of, that you actually were in your life. You know, so you have to understand you are a social being, and you have to be social in your life. You understand? So this means that you have to look for ways to be social. Look for ways in your life, around you, with the people around you, to be social. And now it doesn't mean that you give them $1 billion that you've earned, for example. It means you give them words of advice, you give them words of wisdom, for example. And then you go about your own life. And then you might not ever see these people again. You might not ever see them again. But at least you spoke to them, at least you were social in that moment. At least you improved your communication skills. Okay? And at least you are talking about yourself and your personal life and what's going on with you. And you're able to give that to people. You're able to give your story to people. You're able to give your mistakes to people. You're able to give everything that you've done wrong in your life to people. You know what I'm saying? And you're able to just open up as a person. So when you open up as a person, you're looking to become smarter as a person. You're looking to grow yourself. You're looking to record your voice. Record your voice, talk it out, have a podcast going, and just talk words, talk words on paper, talk words in your laptop, talk words in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Say hi to someone. Say hi and then see what happens. Explore people. Explore people around you. Find out their stories. Find out their stories. Find out about them. Find out about what makes them tick, about how they live their life, their schedule, everything. And learn from people and start really talking over people sometimes in terms of listen to them. But I'm saying that sometimes what happens is someone might say something that strikes you. It might strike you so much that you don't want to ever talk to that person again. You know what I'm saying? But in this moment, you look for ways to be social with that person so that it doesn't become a punishment and so that it doesn't become something of resentment, but you're solving problems with them. You're solving problems with them. You're communicating to them about who you are, and you're getting to the point where you're speaking to people and you're opening up to become more mature, and you're working with people to have a deep discussion with them. You know what I'm saying? So you're looking to be social. You know what I'm saying? You're looking to be very social. You know what I'm saying? So when you focus only on being social in your life, That's the mark of true intelligence. And now writing on a piece of paper is a social thing with yourself. Posting information on social media is a social thing. And messaging people online and talking to them and having conversations online with them is a social thing to do. And just because you're not famous doesn't mean that you don't have to be social. You still have to be social no matter what stage you are at in your life with the people around you. You understand? But that's why you be social with people who you feel that you want to connect to. You be social with people that you feel is going to help you to grow and that's going to help you to elevate you. You understand? And now there's a saying, don't talk to strangers. And now you have to talk to strangers. You have to talk to strangers in your life in order to get to a better place in your life. You understand? And the thing is that the more social you are, the better you are. You have to be social in your life in order to get to the next stage in your life. You have to understand that you can work a 9-to-5 job. You can speak it into your life. You can talk whatever words you want in the life that you have. And no one can take that away from you. You do have freedom in your life. So you have to understand when someone sits down with you or with your dad or with your mum and someone's there with you, the good thing to do is to open up and look for ways to be social with them. Look for ways to be social with them. Look to have a connection with that person. Put everything aside. Let bygones be bygones. You understand? Put things aside to talk to them. You understand? And just forgive and let go. Forgive and let go of whatever it is. And sometimes you may be very focused on writing. You may be very focused, for example, on writing in your laptop instead. And this makes you feel that you're not social to other people because you're focusing on yourself and your business and yourself, for example. But the thing is that when you feel it's necessary for you to socialize to someone, you have to make it all about being social. You understand? When you sit down with someone at a table, you have to look for ways to be social with that person. You have to look for ways to open up as an individual to make up the part of you that you want to be. So that means, for example, sitting with your dad and looking for ways to basically talk to him. Look for ways to talk to him even though he doesn't want to be coached by you, even though they don't want to be coached by you. You still have to look for ways to talk to them. You still have to look for ways and ideas and something to say to them to be able to be social. You understand? And now there's a saying that goes around, who you surround yourself with is who you become. You understand that? So you have to understand that you have a new life for yourself and you're going to a new place in your life. And now you may not be making money online at the moment, but I promise you, if you can speak it in the world, you can do it. You understand? So there is a way for you to be very smart and to be very communicative in the world. You understand? To be very communicative with the world around you. And you just have to speak it from yourself. You have to speak this thing into yourself that you can do it and that you have to believe in yourself every single day, that you believe in your path and in who you are. So every single day you focus on a greater life, you focus on your coaching ability. You focus on your coaching ability, and the coaching ability right now, I'll tell you right now, is a social thing. You understand? A coaching thing is a social thing. You understand? Because in order to coach other people, you have to be social with them. You understand? And you have to do a lot of coaching even for free so that you can embark on a journey where you're getting paid for your work. You understand? And that's the thing about everything that I'm saying. Always put things into programs. Always put things into your perspective. Always put things into what makes you tick. You understand? And now, what makes you tick? What makes you tick can make you, for example, can ignite a fire in you to make sure that you're doing the best job you can. Or you're looking for ways to improve, you're looking for ways to make money online or whatever it is, and you have to solve the problems yourself, and you have to speak it in a way that you learn what you're talking about and how you talk about it, and you have to learn how things go around your life to get to that stage in your life where you're finally to the place where you want to be in your life. You understand? Because in your life, you're always looking for things to improve, you're looking for things to do, and you're looking to be social with people around you from now on. That's what I can tell you right now, is be social with them, but keep up the lifestyle that you have now. You understand? So the thing is that you have to be social with yourself. Of course, doing some writing for yourself, writing in your laptop, writing in your exercise book, writing on an iPad, whatever that may be, that's helping you grow, okay? And that's a social thing to do because you're posting on social media and all that kind of stuff, But the thing is that you have to pick up the phone. You have to pick up the phone and call someone that you feel that you can call. For example, that you can have a good conversation with them. But then also because of your situation, you may be on a DSP, you may be on a disability support pension, or you may be on a pension, or you may be on social security, you don't have a job or whatever it is. And then you don't feel like telling those people that. You don't feel like telling them your business. Okay? And then you have to get to the stage where you have to see that you must not be ashamed for anything that you receive in your life. Because when you receive things, that's a good thing for you. To receive and to give is the best thing. Okay? It's blessed to give and to receive. Okay? So you have to understand that you want to get to the stage in your life where you're performing, where you're live in front of people, where you're growing, and where you're totally at the place in your life where you feel you're doing your business, you're doing your coaching. You can go around walking places. You can walk around places and make programs while you're on the phone, and someone else will think that you're actually talking to someone via the phone. But you're just making up a coaching program, for example. So that's what I mean. When you're social, when you're making programs, when you're making quotes, when you're making writing materials, you're being social and you're planning your path and you're planning your business and your direction and where you want to go with your life, and you're posting everything online and everything like that, and you're just doing your life and you're keeping up with it every single day. You understand? And you're making photos of yourself, you're building content, you're making music, you're being social, okay? But the thing is that also you have to go and call people. You have to call people and see how they are. You have to call people, see how they are. So you have someone that cares about you as well. You understand? But you have to care about yourself. You have to care about the person you are. And all I'm saying is when you're talking to other people anyway, you're just being social with them. That's all it is. There's no explicit content there. There's nothing else there. It's just that you're being social with them. You're just being social with them. And there's no such thing as you now going and being perverted toward them because you're social with them. It doesn't work that way. You understand? And it doesn't mean that you're a pedophile just because you talk to a kid. You understand? But there has to always be a reason for why you're talking to someone. You understand? When you call them, or when you call someone, you have to tell them why you're calling them. I called you for this reason, I called you for this reason, I called you for that. So you're always looking to improve yourself, you're always looking to make programs, you're looking to sell these programs eventually. Because you have to get to the point in your life where you're selling your content to other people. You're learning the marketing game. You're learning how to get your message across to other people, and you're making money from it. That's what you need to be doing in your life. And you have to talk to yourself in daily life as well. You have to talk to yourself in daily life just like you talk in a program, for example. Okay? And the way you talk in the program, for example, is how you talk to other people as well. Because that's who you are. That's who you are, okay? So the way you talk in your quotes and in your content that you create, that's how you talk to other people. Okay? So you have to look for ways to grow and look for ways to connect to other people. And you have to keep being social with people. Okay, you have to keep messaging them. You have to keep showing up for them. You have to keep being there for them. You understand? Because that's how people are going to be there for you. You understand? So the thing is that you have to realize that you have to get to a better stage in your life where you're connecting to people around you. You're expanding your mindset. You're expanding yourself and you're learning from your situation. You're learning from who you are. You're learning from your path. You're learning how to actually grow and outgrow yourself. And that's how you be social today. Yes, and so the thing is that I know you want to make money. I know you want to get to the place in your life where you're paid advertising and making money from it, but eventually you will get there. You will get there because the thing is that as long as you believe in yourself that you can get there, you will get there. Yes, and so you will find a way. God will provide a way for you. But you have to do some work first. You have to do some work first. You have to do some work on yourself. You have to do some work on other people. And you have to do social things with people and yourself. Okay? So that's how I grow. That's how I do things in my life. And when I'm growing myself, when I'm becoming my best version, or when I'm living my dream, or whatever it is that I'm doing in my life, I'm always seeking the better way. I'm always seeking to do much better for myself and to really pack information into a small scenario and into a large scenario and into all scenarios that I can so that I can expand my content and promote the fuck out of myself to other people. Do you understand? Because I want to perform. I want to perform in front of people. And that's always been my dream, to perform in front of other people and to keep performing in front of other people, but also to be overall successful with my life and who I am and how I get there. And so the thing is that you have to be social with people around you. Do not think that other people are evil or that, for example, that other people are going to kill you or that they're out to get you or that they're out to conspire against you, for example. The thing is, you talk to people, okay? You talk to people around you. You talk to the grandma over there. You talk to the kid over there. You talk to the lady sitting down charging her phone. You talk to people around you. You talk to people next to you. You talk to people to be social with them. You know what I'm saying? And you talk to learn about them. And then you give something about yourself. You know what I'm saying? And then you ask questions. And then you connect to them and you see to be a great person who connects with people. Okay? And you're making a difference. You're making a scenario because you can always keep being social. You can always keep being social, and even more and more and more you can be social. Okay? And you can do all this free work and everything, and you'll learn from it and you'll gain social skills from it. Okay, so it's not for nothing that you're talking to people. You're talking to people to build connections. You're talking to people to basically improve your skills in socializing, in who you are, and to build the person that you are. That's why you talk to people. You talk to people to build social skills, to build soft skills, and also to build connections in your mind, for example, so that you can become a better communicator for when you need it. Okay? Because you have to keep preparing. Okay? You have to keep preparing, so that means you have to keep preparing to be social. And you have to prepare to be social while being social. Okay? So that means always prepare in your life. Prepare things in your life. Yes, and the more you prepare and practice and practice and practice socializing with other people, which means messaging them online, which means talking to people online, for example, and talking to people around you, and also opening up and asking them questions and asking them what do they need from you, and just practicing your social skills with whoever you meet in your life. You know what I'm saying? So the more you practice your social skills with people around you, the more you'll get to the place where you've always dreamt of. You know what I'm saying? Because all people are the way. Okay, all people are the way in terms of you getting to the point in your life that you want to be at. But it's all sprouting from yourself. Okay? Because that person there with a certain name is going to basically trigger you to speak in a certain way to them. And when you speak a certain way to them, guess what happens? Then you suddenly learn something from that interaction that only that person could get from you, for example. You know what I'm saying? So then when you speak to another person, this other person will give you another idea, but you've given that idea to yourself by speaking to that person, typically because they said something and now you opened up to them, and because you opened up to them, you learned something amazing. You know what I'm saying? So each person can teach you something. You just have to be willing to socialize with the people around you. You have to socialize to people around you every single day. The more you connect to other people around you in terms of socialize with them, and that's all it is, it's just socializing. It's just socializing, nothing else. Okay? It's just a way of being social. And it's a normal thing. It's not a bad thing to be social. It's not a bad thing to talk to other people words. It's not a bad thing to open up to other people. It's not a bad thing to connect to other people. Okay? And it's not a bad thing to socialize with other people. It's not a bad thing to socialize with yourself. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, you have to understand that in order to be social, you have to look for ways to be social and present with that person that you are with. Okay? Not always writing in your laptop while they're in front of you, but looking for ways for you to go ahead and talk to them and open up to them. And basically, it's called socializing. Okay? That's all it is. Stick to socializing. Okay? And when you're social with other people, you're giving in that moment. Okay? But the thing is that it's just being social. Okay? That's all it is. So that's why I open up to yourself every single day. The more you're social with yourself and other people, the better you'll get. So always talk about things that make you social and stick to the topic. Okay? Stick to the topic around whatever it is that you talk about. You know what I'm saying? Talk about something about whatever it is, but give ideas based on one topic at a time. Okay? And from this point on, it's like you're talking to people, and you will find your way. You'll get to the place that you want to go. But in order to get to the place where you want to go, you have to talk to other people in order to get there. Okay? In order to get there, you have to talk to other people to get there. Okay? So that's why you have to be social. That's why in order to achieve your dreams, you have to be social with other people. Do you understand that? That's what you have to understand. Okay, so in order for me to be a DJ and go around the world public speaking and DJing around the world, I have to speak to a lot of people in order to get there and make gigs for myself and build an audience and all that kind of stuff. So I have to be social for that, and I have to build my own community of people who follow me as a person because I'm social with them and because I give them products and because I help them to build a life for themselves and all that kind of stuff. So that's why being social in terms of life can do that for you. You understand? And don't just be social with yourself, be social with other people too. Okay? But it's all yourself, okay? Although I want to say be social with yourself and other people, not just with yourself. Okay? Be social with everything. Be social with the dog. Be social with whatever it is. Talk to the dog. Talk to animals. Talk to everything that you see. Talk to everything you see, because that's the only way forward, and that's what's going to get you in the best place in your life.